Give us a second. We are live stream. I think we are live. And if we are, please give us some comments. If you're watching this live, please comment below #live. And if you are watching a replay, please let us know, put in #replay. And let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you do want to come on our backstage to have a chat with us, please, you can join us in the link as well. So I think either Ren and myself is going to put the link in with the, so you can hop on and have a little chat with us on to come to.
Yeah, I can work on the little techie side. If you want to chat, then I can make sure everything's lined up. And if anyone wants to come backstage, we're happy to welcome you here.
That's amazing. So welcome, Dream Warriors family and FFJ families. How are we? So good to be here. It's again the time for Bob Proctor's Hot Tips. So today we're going to talk about the law of attraction. And the thing is, what I heard is a lot of people saying law of attraction doesn't work. So who have the same feeling? Let me know, put in a comment if you try to work on the law of attraction and you didn't get the result that you expected. Then put in a comment, let us know, let us help you. Because you know what? It does work. We need to work its way. So it doesn't work your way, and I can't make it work my way, but definitely I can show you how to work its way. So yeah, so let us know what will you, what kind of things that you try, you did, what kind of video that you watched before, and what's the result. So let us know. So first of all, with the law of attraction, that is the most well-known law because of the movie The Secret.
So
who
watched that? We should put that in the comments. Who watched or read? You know, that was definitely a big shift for me too.
Yes. So put in the comment if you watched the movie The Secret or read the book The Secret. If you did that, put in the comments. So we love to know. And what do you think about it? What do you think about law of attraction in the movie The Secret or the book The Secret? So now that is well known, but that is not the fundamental law. The fundamental law is called law of vibration.
Yes. And how many people knew that? Put that in there.
Yeah. So what does that mean with the law of vibration? Law of vibration means that everything moves, nothing stays still. So we actually live in an ocean of motion, so things are constantly moving. So for example, like my glass of water, like it seems to still when I'm not moving it, but it still vibrates at a very low rate and that we human eyes cannot see it. And that's why it seems to be, the glass seems to be still, you can hold on to the glass, but it's actually moving. There's a different thing, like, you know, the rate that it vibrates on, it is called frequency. So as us know, we are human body, we also, you know, 70% of our body is made out of water, liquid, right? So all the cells and majority, a part of the cells are liquid. So we are a massive energy that we actually, you know, vibrate. Every single part of our body vibrates. Even my hair is vibrating. Yeah, you can't see it there, but it is vibrating. But you just cannot see it. So the rate that we vibrate on dictate dictate how we feel, and that's the vibration that we send out to the universe. And then that dictate what you attract. You can only attract what you are in harmony with. So if your vibration, you can control your vibration by the thought that you are thinking. So emotion, actually, we always hyphenate that word. It's not emotion, but emotion. What does that mean? It's energy in motion. So your emotion dictate the energy, the motion of the energy that your body is in, which is frequencies. And that actually dictate the frequency that you are on. And that will send out to the universe. And so you start to can see, like, everything makes sense. So your thought dictate how you feel, and that is emotion, and that dictate the vibration of your body is on, and that dictate what you attract in your world.
And that's why I'm so big on joy, that idea and our feeling. And at that core, that's gratitude, which is the highest emotion that humans are capable of. So when we vibrate at that high of a level, what do you think we're creating into our experience?
The more of that, like attracts likes. So there's science actually can measure the frequency that we are on by those little devices. And so nowadays the technology can actually detect that. So there's actually a chart in the power versus force. There's a chart of talk about what emotion equivalent to what frequencies. So I think anger, I can't remember exact the numbers, but anger, shame, or frustration, all those emotions has very low frequency, under 50. Whereas the higher up you go, the more joy and love, peace, enlightenment, those are the ones that's over 500. To attract abundance in your life, that you need to get on the frequency that it's over 500. That's why in our Dream Warriors family, we do the 30 days gratitude challenge quite frequently. So we gotta form a habit of find things that is grateful and feel the feeling of grateful, and that would then change the whole vibration that your body is on. And that's why it works. When you are on that vibration, on that frequency, you can only attract what you are in harmony with.
Very true. Oh my gosh. Well, I love that because it kind of builds upon what we've talked about, goals, and we set what we want, that image. So we see ourselves with it, though until we actually feel that and express it, that's the key to attracting it into our life and being more conscious in what we create and using this law of attraction. When we use it higher in the vibration and we say, hey, we vibrate with our feelings, then that's how we put it all together.
Yes, so feeling is the secret. So it's your feeling time. And sometimes when you really, it's a relationship you establish with yourself that is called self-awareness. You start to aware, how am I feeling today? Why am I feeling this way? What is the thought behind that feeling? And when you understand that, and you start to, you have, no one gets to think your thoughts. Only you can think your thoughts. So once you start to change your thoughts, instantly you change how you feel. Once you change how you feel, and you will start to communicate in this universe, you start to see things differently. And you will come across differently, and you will deliver a completely different outcome. So I would love to know what's your challenge in terms of manifestation. What's your challenge? What do you feel about you having that relationship with your own emotion? You having that awareness of what am I thinking? What's my vibration is on? And so I would love to know what level of awareness that you are on.
Gotcha. And for our viewers too, you can go ahead and put that in the comments and things like that. And we'd love to, as you engage, then we can go back there and circle back. For myself, I think the big thing is the thoughts, because then that's what trips up a lot of people. It's like, we have these goals, we have this, and then those thoughts get in there, and it really, the thinking can determine the emotions, which then constitutes the results. So I think for me, it was getting a handle of thoughts and emotions to then take more control of that law of attraction. So I think that's where, as long as people are looking at things and then that determines what they're thinking and feeling, they're going to keep going around in circles.
Yeah. And also there is they are not the only two laws. The fundamental, also the other law is energy is. Energy is, there's no positive, there's no negative. So it's your thinking make it so. Your thinking make it a positive, or your thinking make it a negative. So most of people have something, for example, and adversities come upon them. That is life. This is a human journey. There will be obstacles, there will be adversities come upon us. So it's not about what happened. It's actually about how you respond. So what you're thinking will really make a difference to your whole experience of that obstacle or whatever the adversity that you are experiencing. So yeah, so you have a choice of everything has a positive side and a negative side, and that is by law of polarity. Law of polarity states that everything has its equal opposite. If there's no hot, there's no cold, there's no up, there's no down, there's no inside, there's no outside. So if there's no adversities, then there is no opportunity. So really, every single adversity has a hidden opportunity in disguise. So it's really where you put your mind, how you see things just happen. It just happened. There's no good, no bad. Your thinking make it so. So you have complete control over your own world. And what I find is people are so easy to put their fingers outwards. So that's not working. I don't have that because the market is crashing, because this and that happened at work, whatever that may be. But if you keep doing that, that meaning you are not taking responsibility of what you think. But when you really start to take responsibilities, that is where the magic happens, because you get to think your thoughts. No one else gets to do that. And you get to dictate your vibration, and you get to dictate who and what you attract in your life. So that is so important, because I've been just having this conversation with other business owners this morning from a networking group that I went to. And when I ask, who think they need to work on their mind? Guess how many hands I got? None.
That's fascinating, really.
But that is so true. So no one will come across to me and say, Alex, I need to work on my mind. Right? So people work on the strategies, they work on the marketing, they work on their sales, they work on all that kind of strategies.
Yeah, the technology. Like people always ask me, show me the tech. And I'm like, okay, and ... we need to work on the mindset. So I love that you emphasize this.
Yes. So the strategy or the tech, 75%. You are the soul of your business. So you really need to look at you. So I said, all right, so people looking for those strategies, they're looking for it, and they just hook up to it. So if you have two ads, right in front of you, one is like, oh, the mind, how the mind works, how it can change your world, manifestation, law of attraction, just pop up. And the other one is like, oh, marketing, social media marketing. Which ad would you click? Right? Majority of the people will click on the marketing because the strategies, right? And that is the thing, the majority of the people, the awareness is at the 5% of strategy, because everyone, the 97% of the population and also the business owners look at the 5% strategies. And very few people actually start to think, well, actually, I am the biggest obstacle between myself and the goal that I wanted to achieve. So here's the, I think, yes, I have a proven strategy as well. I'm going to do a lessons on those, what the strategies look like, your marketing, your sales, and your product and services, your leadership and your cash flow and your overhead. There are strategies to manage that. It is important. I'm not saying they're not important, but bear in mind that's 5%. That will get you perhaps 5 to 10% increase in business, that perhaps maybe like 50%, 100% increase. So, but that is where it's going to get you. But if you really wanted to have a fast and quantum result in your physical world, it is the 95% of the mind you need to work on. Because on average, a person only 10% utilize only 10% of their potential. And 90% of the potential actually being taken to grave, untouched. And now there's a human potential movement globally to, well, we need to learn more about human potential and how do you tap into that. So for my clients previously, I didn't teach about the strategies, and they're just simply working on the 95% of their potentials, about their minds. They've already 4 or 5 times their income in less than 6 months time. And so that it's, we really wanted to have the quantum leaps where you really multiply. We're talking about 200% increase, 400% increase, 600% increase within 6 months of time. And that really require you to work on your 95% of your potential. So if you guys interested to know more, or you're really at the stage to you say, well, I wanted to know how to create quantum leaps, then put in the comment, say me, I want to create quantum leaps, or actually put in the comment quantum leaps, so that I know that you are interested, at the quantum leaps. So we'll do some trainings later on about sales and messaging, how to get your marketing message clear, and how do you use storytelling in your marketing messaging.
Maybe that's what we cover for our hot tips next week.
Hot tip next week? Yeah, we could, but we wanted to see what Bob Proctor's was.
That's true too. So there you go. So if you're interested in really going far with the quantum leaps, definitely that's what we're talking about on this live stuff. So that's what, we can bring to you. And we're excited also to have that with you next week, because every Thursday in April, we've been sharing these tips, and we have replays available if you've missed them. So make sure that you connect with us in our Facebook groups, and we've covered all of those so you can go and get caught up and then see the future ones too.
Yeah, absolutely. So let us know, is anything of interest for our topic next week? And I just wanted to listen to you guys and helping you out, because you are the highest authority of your experience. And what Ren and I wanted to do is really to help you to achieve your goal, no matter what that is. So put in the comment what topic you want us to talk about related to this information.
How can we help you to, make that quantum leap? What do you feel like is, the missing step, or what can we do to support you the most? And make it a win-win. So that way, when you're here next Thursday, you'll get those questions answered, and we'll get to cover that as well.
Yes, I look forward to hearing from you. And I wanted to know, I will come back and have a read the comments because I think Facebook changed a little bit. I can't see the comments. I used to be able to see the comments coming through. Yes, but I can't do that now.
Oh my gosh. Well, the only thing constant is change, which goes back to our law of vibration. Why is that constant? It's because everything's moving and vibrating.
I know. I love that quote from Bob Proctor. He said, change is inevitable. Personal growth is a choice. You can choose to thrive with the change, or you can choose to stay unchanged and become victim of change.
Holy smokes. Wow. Well, thank you to Bob and thank you to Alex and thank you to me because we all can get together and share this with you. And that's who we get to have help and support and win.
Yay. All right. So we'll be back next Thursday for Australia. It's at Friday. So whatever that is, we will be back next week, same time. And let us know what topic you'll be interested in. We will try to tailor and I'll help you out. Yeah, so give values to you and wish you the very best for your business, for your quantum leaps in 2023. Yes. All right. Bye for now.
Friends.